We call it the demo because I don't know if anybody's actually heard this yet who's not in our band or like a friend of ours, but the working title for the song was Escape Pod. And when we talked about playing it live, I told Garrett, I was like, maybe let's not tell people this is called Escape Pod because that's not going to be the final title. I didn't want to make people think too much about like being in outer space or something. You know, it's just like a joking kind of thing. The way that we played it live is like we play our new song Signal and then we go right into that one, and it'll be that way on the album too. They're meant to be back-to-back songs. I think it's pretty apparent that people like it. When we play those songs, particularly that song, even though nobody's ever heard it before, the crowd energy is very, whoa, like there's something different happening now. People seem to be really receiving it well. So yeah, stoked. I don't think Garrett has fully told anybody. We kind of have as a group an idea of what the whole album is going to be about. I don't want to give it away because part of the magic will be like hearing the whole album and seeing what it all means together, digesting the whole thing as one. If I had to just like hint what the meaning is or like dance around what it really is, I would say it's about transformation. It's the first time that I think our band has written lyrics about something that is fictional. I've heard a lot of people on the internet talk about Signal and be like, oh, I think it's about aliens, or I think it's about tripping on mushrooms, or I think it's about this or that. And I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. None of those things are wrong to me. I think it could be all of those things.
We did do concept records for the last, four of them. I don't even know if Come Wind Come Weather was a concept record, to be honest. I think it'll have an initial vibe, but like Mitch also said, this is probably the only one that's fictional, and we've never done that before. So I think Garrett's probably going to grab from real experiences, but also writing in a sense of wonder and yeah, we'll say curiosity again. So I don't fully know. I'm not Garrett. I'm not the headmaster on the lyric department, but maybe.
I think it will be. Even if lyrically it doesn't end up being a concept album, I think musically it is.
Yeah.
It's also the first time that we've ever really written almost every song together in the same room. So to me, that almost makes it like a concept album on its own, because most of the time in the past, I would sit in my room for a really long time and just write guitar stuff and then take it to the band, take it to the producer right before we're about to record. And this time around, we all wrote everything pretty much for the most part together with our producer, Dan Bronstein. So to me, all of the songs were written because we needed a song like this. And then, okay, now we need to do one like this. And now we need to do one like that. And to me, they're all conceptually linked, even if the vocals don't end up being that way. Musically, I hear it that it is. I loved it. It's awesome. That's the way to do it for sure. Like I mentioned in the past, our old guitar player Spencer, before I was in the band, like wrote pretty much all the music. Then he and I worked together, and then it was mostly me, at least coming up with like the initial song structure stuff. We experimented a bit more on the Iridescent album with everybody else kind of being together, and we wrote it pretty quickly, and like everybody was around for it. But I feel like the way to do it for sure is to have everybody in the same room, even if, even if we're not both playing guitar at the same time or something. It's really helpful to just have the whole band there because everybody is sort of steering the ship at once. I personally feel like what we made doing that is so much better than anything that I could have ever come up with on my own. And having our producer there who's like a wizard is amazing. I'm used to working on a song and getting to a part and thinking, oh, it's going to take me like 6 months to find the right synthesizer sound for this. And Dan is just like, no, I think I got it. And 2 minutes later, he's got it. I'm just like, dude, thank God, because I would have been, would have been kicking myself trying to find the right sound. Dream team, really. I'm really stoked with how it's turned out so far. What do you think?
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah.